Hello everyone, Mocha Bear here, and welcome back to Mocha Bear's Hobby Den. Today we're going to be talking about the first 3 episodes of Mighty Nein, the animated series. Shall we get started? So, just a heads up, spoiler alerts, if you have not watched the first 3 episodes yet, do not continue watching this until you finish those. So, go away and then come back. As I stated last week in the first video of this series, that we got to see Caleb Widowgast meet Not the Brave in the first episode. We got to meet Beauregard and her whole situation and how she got involved. And at the very end, we got to see Yasha. I just found out that Yasha is not going to be a very big part of this season. That might have been the only bits we get to see of her. We might get to see a bit more of her, like clips or snippets, but she is not going to be a big part of the first season. They made that announcement very loud and clear that we will see her more in season 2 and so on, because during the campaign, those of you who don't know, Ashley Johnson voices Ellie from The Last of Us, the video game. And while Campaign 2 was going on, they were making The Last of Us 2. So she was busy filming and doing everything for that. She had award ceremonies to go to throughout the campaign as well for that. So she was gone for a lot of the campaign early on to midpoint. And then she was able to be there more frequently from middle to the end. They changed up her situation because originally in the campaign, again, like I said, they changed it up to showing them how they all met before they all start adventuring together, versus the first episode of the campaign. Some of them are already together, like Not and Caleb were already together. Ford, Jester, and Beauregard were already together. And the 5 of them met inside of a tavern, where Molly Mock Tea Leaf, who is Taliesin Jaffe's character, came through to promote the circus that was coming through. And Yasha worked at the circus as like one of the muscle. Completely changed that up now. So again, first episode is Caleb not meeting, and then Beauregard's introduction. And again, the very end of the episode before the credits rolled was Yasha. Episode 2, we got to see Ford and Jester. Now, Ford, oh my god, I nerded out big time. The very beginning shows Ford before he takes on the persona that we see him using in the beginning of Campaign 2 during the sessions, where he has that deep voice, that deep southern voice. And we get to see him before he takes on that persona, and they took inspiration from the original animated intro and put it into this. And I'm going to show that to you right now. And I meant to have this going on the whole time I was talking. That's my fault. I nerded out so hard because I saw the explosion. I saw the water. I was like, no way are they doing it. And they did it. That was amazing to see. So we get to see Jester. The episode actually even has her mother, I believe it's Marie or Maria. Marie, but Ruby of the Sea, from her own performance, doing a performance. We get to see Jester doing some trickster cleric stuff. It's good. It's so good to see Jester animated and actually being Jester. I mean, granted, it's the people who made the character are doing the character, so we can't expect anything less. We get to see how the 2 of them meet. We get to see more of Caleb and Not traveling together and them building their bond. And then we get to see more of Beauregard's story. We also get Essek. We get to see Essek. And I did not know this, that Matthew Mercer was voicing Essek. Also, note, I did not realize that I knew Lucy Liu was in the series. I didn't know who she was at first. I didn't realize until after I rewatched the first episode, she voices the Bright Queen. That's really cool. And then the actress, I can never remember her actual name, but the one who voices Tiana from The Princess and the Frog voices the Ruby of the Sea, Jester's mother. So that blew Mystic Naz's mind when he found that out, because I didn't realize that was her. Then we get onto episode 3, where we get introduced to Molly Mock Tea Leaf. We get to see the carnival. We get to see the Devil Toad. Bo's story is starting to get more developed. We get to see Caleb's interaction with the woman who Bo fought in the first episode. And I did notice it took me a bit, but I did notice that the animation style was different from Legend of Vox Machina. The color palette's different, but I believe, correct me if I'm wrong in the comments, but they definitely went with a different animation style. It's different. It feels a little off. It's not as fluid when they're walking at times to me as it was in Legend of Vox Machina. You let me know what you think, if I'm wrong or if I'm right. I'd love to hear from you about that. But we get to see Molly Mock's tattoos. We get to see him use his abilities that he didn't even realize he had, because Molly Mock's class was made by Matthew Mercer for the second campaign, called Blood Hunter. It's a very controversial class. A lot of people are upset with it because it involves self-harm in order to use your abilities, but that is the style of that character. Taliesin and Matthew worked close together to make it. Same with Dunamancy. We get they actually talk about Dunamancy a bit and how it's required to use the Luxum. We've met 6 at this point now, by the first 3 episodes, 6 of the 7 members of the Mighty Nein. Again, Yasha, we may not see her again the rest of this season. I do not know. We do know that they did confirm she is going to be more relevant in season 2, so that's good, because I loved Yasha. Yasha was a fun character to experience. Caleb, though, has to be my favorite character throughout this campaign. Also, a change from what I said in the last episode, where they were going to be releasing 3 episodes, most likely. They changed it, so only the first 3 episodes were available on launch. Next episode coming up is this Wednesday, 3 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. That is going to be episode 4 on the 25th. Episode 5 is December 3rd. Episode 6 is December 10th. Episode 7 is December 17th. And then episode 8, the final episode of the season, is going to be December 21st, which is a Monday, 3 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. The reason they said that they changed it is because they have so much going on that they want to do, and there's so much goes into the animation that they wanted to extend the episodes to tell more of the story. But to do that, they had to reduce how many episodes were in the season. However, that might change for season 2. I don't know. They did also, again, confirm that season 4 of Legend of Vox Machina is coming out next year. So we will most likely be getting season 4 of Legend of Vox Machina and season 2 of the Mighty Nein next year. Fingers crossed that is the case. And fingers crossed that season 2 can give us 12 episodes. I would love that, though. Everything that's like 45 minutes, because they're roughly like an hour including ads, is like 8 episodes long seasons wise nowadays, which does kind of suck, but I understand. But again, I'm loving what I'm seeing. I would love to hear what you all think about this. Again, next week I will be doing my little talk about episode 4. And it's going to be a little shorter, so I have to try to extend it to at least 8 minutes, just to try to keep things going so I can keep in an algorithm. We'll see how that goes, though. I would love to hear what you think so far of the 6 characters we've met and have been established. Who is your favorite amongst Caleb, Knott, Beauregard, Jester, Ford, and Molly Mock? I would love to hear from you. Who's your favorite? Why? And who is your least favorite so far? Again, we're not gonna include Yasha into this section because she's not gonna be in the season much, if any more. We've only seen her the once. But I'd love to hear from you all about that. If you've never heard of the Mighty Nein before until the animated series. I would love to hear what you thought about it. I would love to hear if those of you who've watched the campaign, what do you think about the similarities and the differences that they've done? Because the ringmaster for the circus in episode 3, he got killed. Molly Mock killed him because he was turned. That did not happen in the campaign. He was alive throughout the rest of the campaign. However, when the Mighty Nein went back to the circus to pay off his debt, they still didn't meet him. Taliesin Jaffe was actually talking about this in a small little clip I saw, where they were like, yeah, we had to change things up because they don't make sense storyline wise. So they decided to give some closure on that character and to kill him off using Molly. Which was an interesting way to see him use his abilities as well, to see him awaken in that moment of danger. But yeah, I would love to hear from you all if you found this interesting and interactive. If it's got you wanting to talk, I would love for you all to interact with this video. Please give this video a like, hit that thumbs up button, hit the subscribe button if you have not already subscribed to the channel, then hit the bell icon and set notifications to all, get notified when I upload videos and do live streams. Comment down below if you did or did not enjoy this episode, why or why not. Would love to hear from you. Then please lastly, share this video, bring awareness to my channel, and help me continue to grow. I'm gonna go ahead and end it there, so please as always take care of yourselves. And until next time, hobby on.